My friend and I came here to explain.
He with you?
Nope. No, wait.
That's some cold shit.
What's good, Digital Trout Squad? Y'all know what it is. Aight, bruh, look. In the comic book community, characters in Power Rangers have always been looked at as watered-down superheroes. You know, Kool-Aid with no sugar. Nobody wants that. But I personally believe there are a plethora of characters in that very universe that can stand with the greats in the superhero medium, right? Today we're going to talk about a racer, a human, and a cyborg hybrid, Dillon, who is a GOAT Ranger from Power Rangers RPM.
When it comes down to it, you can side with us or you can side with them.
I side with myself. Every time.
Being introduced in the PR franchise as the Lone Wolf ain't nothing special. They've done that for a lot of characters over the years. Maybe a little bit too often, but ain't nobody ever do it like Dillon. This dude, this individual is out here driving in the desert. With a hoodie on. With a leather jacket on top. With a gas mask on the face. That scares me. Right there, I knew this man was built different. Let me be in a room and it heat up a little bit. I'm waking up like Ray Charles. Okay. So he's physically tough. Alright, but let's get into his mindset, the fearlessness this dude had, bruh, to drive towards a Vibez barricade that featured an army of grinders. These grinders are robots, blasting and shooting. He's driving in a normal car with a useless passenger in Ziggy and no plan. This man right here is a member of the Fast and Furious crew.
No one has ever run the barricade into the city during daylight. Understand? No one.
Well, I'm about as close to no one as you're ever gonna meet.
All the psychotic behavior you saw from Dillon made a lot more sense, right? Once we realized that he was actually layered with the Vibez hardware, right? To make this man part robot. But even bigger in the story, it gave him a connection to the show's main villain, Vibez. That traditional Ranger, bad guy, umbilical cord. Ooh, we using big words today.
Master, shall I initiate the upload on subject D44?
Of course. Take his memories.
The robotic hardware made the details in his non-Ranger combat even more special. When we see him tearing grinders apart in a desert, we go, okay, that's how he was able to tear robots apart with his bare hands. He has enhanced strength, right? When we see his power fighting style with his hands up, not really doing much acrobatics, but more of a heavy boxer, it makes sense because he's part robot. So then when we look at Scott in RPM, who's doing Capoeira, shout out to Eddie Gordo from Tekken. If you know, you know, it makes much more sense because Scott is 100% human. The details are incredible also when he morphs, right? Get this. If he isn't powerful enough, he gets a force field that gives him invulnerability for 5 seconds.
Activate invincibility!
You already can't beat him. Then plus not to mention, in their actual RPM costumes, they have enhanced speed. Bruh, I'm telling y'all right now, when this dude is controlled by Vibez, this is 100% the most scariest evil ranger in the history of Power Rangers. Imagine that motherfucker coming at you. You did. We all did.
Lord Jesus, I don't want to die!
The greatest Rangers in Power Rangers history normally have some type of crazy trauma they overcome in their lives that propel them to being GOATs in the history of the show. And Dillon is no exception, right? He had a sister named Tanaya, you dig? She was blind, right? Her and Dillon were forced to work at the Vibez factory, building grinders. You know, I very well doubt Vibez had a union. I doubt the robot had a payroll. So they were slaves to this evil AI, right? But it gets deeper. People will compare the Dillon story to Andros and Corome, but ooh, no. That's baby food compared to what Dillon and Tanaya had to go through. When you look at the fact that Tanaya was upgraded against her will with cybernetic parts and Dillon's memory was erased, he had to follow his own instincts to accidentally find his sister. And get this, at least Corome had Ecliptor as a father figure. Damn. Tanaya had nobody. Vibez was low-key beta testing 2 of his robots when he would send Tanaya on repeated missions to go kill the Rangers.
I don't want to fight you anymore. Please!
Dillon's story is crazy emotional, and I'm surprised this individual didn't deal with more PTSD beyond the physical appearance of appearing to us and people in the show as 100% human, just like the T-1000 from the Terminator films. My man Dillon had a deeper connection with people. He and Ziggy wound up making one of the best combination of characters in the history of the show. Dillon even went back and got Ziggy out of jail. He had no reason to get him out of jail, but he was like, you know what? I'm gonna look out for the little man. You see that in GOAT Rangers when they look out for people that they really don't have to, but they do it anyway.
Okay, so one good reason we're bringing this guy with us?
He can make shadow puppets.
Because for some reason, Summer loved him. I don't get it. Once Summer found out this man was part robot, she was like, ooh, Hitachi. I'm surprised they didn't summon the goddamn Dragon Balls and wish for Sharon to make this motherfucker human. I mean, shit, anything's possible. It's his Power Rangers. Dillon as a character, as a Ranger, would 1000% be an asset to any Ranger team. RPM, if the GOAT season, I would go outside the house and let people know how much I love Power Rangers RPM. I won't call it Power Rangers. I'll just call it RPM. Gotta save face. Get out of here.